Well, let me be the first to say it. Congratulations, guys. Moving on to the Mason Cup Championship game here with head coach Luke Strand, Adam Eisele, goaltender Alex Tracy. Coach, just to start off here, chance to talk about this game and how it went for you guys and how you're able to, as you always say, bend but not break.
No, I thought it was a mature game. We showed just opportunity for patience. I thought we got timely as Karaj had a big goal there, but maybe as the momentum swayed a little bit because they had a good push, this guy and this guy got timely again between saves and goals. So I like the maturity of our group.
Trace pitched a shutout tonight, 27 saves. Did you feel good early in the game, and how much did the crowd help you later in the game where they're chanting your name?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. It was definitely a special night. I think going into it, I felt prepared, and I think that's a credit to the work that we put in throughout the week, and Monday through Friday. I think we really prepared ourselves going into it. So I had confidence going in, and then the way that our team played in that first period, I think I saw maybe 4 shots, and getting on the board somewhat early definitely gave me some more confidence. And playing in front of this group. There's definitely not any confidence lacking in any game because of what they do, what they sacrifice, and how much they care to want to win.
Yeah, and Adam, to that point, Bemidji State, you knew was going to give you a strong effort tonight. How tough was it to play in this environment against a good team in the semifinal?
Yeah, it's obviously super tough, but I think it's more fun than anything. You want the pressure, and you want to put the pressure on the other team, and when we have a community like this to really just kind of come around the group, and especially when he's chanting Tracy's name. I think we were on the bench too, so I mean, it's easy to play for, and it's just awesome. I wouldn't say it's super tough, it's just more fun than anything. It's awesome.
Adam, did you know before the game that St. Thomas and One did do anything to the attitude of the boys?
No, not at all. I think we all kind of want to stay away from it. I think we had one goal in mind, and that was to beat Bemidji. I mean, they always give us a really good fight. Scholler always plays unbelievable. So kind of tuning that out was, I think, huge for our group.
Alex, given that, just what does it mean to have locked up an NCAA berth tonight in addition to advancing to the championship game?
Yeah, it's special. I mean, it was an unbelievable experience my freshman year, being able to go when we were in Fargo and playing St. Cloud, and kind of getting a little taste of that during my freshman year was awesome, and kind of gave me that hunger to want to get back there, and especially in a starting role. And then last year with the way that the semifinal went and some of the bounces that probably didn't go our way, kind of left us feeling a little sour, and definitely a little motivation going into the summer and into this year. So to have that locked up is a blessing, and looking forward to being able to come to the rink more. Every day's a gift now here from now on. So just grateful that we were able to extend it at least a couple more weeks.
Coach, fans are calling Kranick Mr. March. Thoughts on the nickname?
I'm all for it. He wants to play. Hopefully he's Mr. April. It's just good. He deserves it. He plays such a great, honest game, night in, night out. Him being rewarded for scoring is only it's literally a narrow piece of what he does. He just, we always joke in our room, we call him a doctor, because anyone who's having an issue in their line, or we put him with them, and that line gets better. And he's not a better, more deserving young man, and at the same time, if he wants to be a big-time player at this time of year, it's really vital for a career to last in this game.
You guys definitely won the neutral zone battle and the transition battle tonight. Forced a ton of turnovers. Talk about that area of the game and how pointed it was tonight.
I thought the forwards did a great job with start backs, coming back and really giving our defense the confidence to gap and be tight and killed a lot of plays that ended in transition for us. But even on their side of things, I think part of that transition goes into possession times, the offensive zone. They have to dump it, then they're going to get a line change, you're going to transition right back again. So maybe a combination, but the effort, I thought the workload of the forwards getting back in the D's gap were a big part, and when he's behind you, you tend to want to stay up and be a little more aggressive.
This is a pretty storied rivalry between Bemidji and Mankato. Now that you've been in this for 2 years, talk about being on the inside of it from a coaching perspective.
Yeah, the program, obviously what R.H. Peters had done prior and Tom has done since, and and then I think the emergence of the two programs going Division I hockey after all the battles along the way here through the growth and the inception of the two programs. It's funny, I talked to Brosey right away after the game, and he has no love lost for the Beavers either. You know, it goes back that far. We get to do it day to day. We remember last year what it felt like when they got the McNaughton Cup in front of us, and I'm sure that rivalry will continue.
Has it hit you yet that you're going to go to the NCAA tournament as a head coach?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We just do it day by day, honestly. I know it's cliche, but it's exciting. They deserve it. They've, if you go back to June and the workload and the commitment, and I think just the sacrifice that these guys do day in and day out for each other, that's what makes it exciting for what's going to happen next. And we got they said it in the room afterwards, there's growth to be had yet, and kind of a fun time of year for a coach to get out of the way and let these guys go for it and just cheerlead their backside.
One more for you. You had an extended chat with Jackson Jutting in the handshake line. Just talk about that moment and how big of a thorn in the side he's been to this team.
Yeah, I mean, he that part's true. Like, he's been phenomenal against us, but I just a ton of respect for him as a player. I think he plays the right way. The game he plays right now will transition into a pro hockey career. There's a bunch of story background before I ever got around here that, with him being and Troy being the coach and the familiarity with our program, but it's hard not to, because I don't really know if I've seen the kid play a bad game ever. His consistency is really, really good, and he's a great captain. You can see it.
Eisele, you said you guys didn't know before the game about the St. Thomas situation. At what point did you guys find out?
Honestly, me and my buddy Luke Wilson were at the end of the bench, and when Bolson scored that last one, we asked our trainer, like, did they win or what happened? Just to kind of, maybe that wasn't the right time to do it, but we were just pretty pumped, and we know we got Tracy back there, so that's when we asked, and that's when the word started spreading a little bit.
Tracy, how about you? When did you find out?
I honestly kind of had no idea until we got in the locker room. I think just from the reaction, it kind of hinted that way. But I think I had an interview just as I got off the ice, and I think I mentioned buying one more week because I wasn't 100% sure and didn't want to say anything that wasn't true. But then getting back to the locker room and asking the guys and finding out, I just try to. Every game, no matter what situation or circumstance it is, just try to stay as locked in as possible, and not until that final buzzer goes. Then that's when it's time to start asking questions.
You've had an incredible year, obviously, but I want to give you a chance to talk about the guys in front of you, specifically the defensemen, and in some of them that go unnoticed, like Campbell Psychos, who I don't think I've seen him make a mistake this year, and that's true up and down that defensive group. Talk about those guys in front of you.
Yeah, It's everybody. I mean, it's such an honor to be playing behind this group, and any award or accolade or anything that I've been getting this year is simply just a byproduct of our group's buy-in, and from starting at the top all the way down, coach and the staff that he brought on, and kind of a mess that it was a year ago, and what he's done with the program ever since, building that culture and bringing in some guys, and the guys that were already here, showing that they wanted to stay at this program, I think really bonded us together. And you can just tell from the forwards, top line down, and the defensemen, everyone, like, we all care about each other, and we want to win. And when you get a group of guys that love each other that much, it becomes very apparent in how we play. So, I mean, I always bring it up, but I think the North Dakota game is such a great example. I know it's so long ago, but I think we had 34 or something block shots that game on that Saturday, claiming that win. And I mean, I don't know, that kind of seemed like a turning point in the season. Just showed me how much everyone cares. And like I mentioned earlier, gave me that confidence to be able to go and do what I can do in the net, because I know that they always have my back and they're laying out blocking shots. And it's not just the defensemen. I mean, they're all unbelievable, but the forwards as well. And it's been a super special year, and I'm just very grateful that it's not over yet.
Thanks, guys.
Walk us through your goal. The kind of tough push here from Bemidji to the Patrick Pitter in the third.
Yeah, I mean, right away, Pitter made a really good play on a 2-on-1, and Scholler made an unbelievable stop. I honestly thought I scored, but he made a really good stop, and then it came up to Ralph, and he made a great play. I kind of circled, went right down in the same spot, and I was hoping the second time it would go in. I haven't scored on Scholler at all, honestly, in 3 years, and I played with Fairbanks and Youngstown with him, so that felt good. But then the second one, I mean, Pitter's, he's an unbelievable player, and I'm just super lucky to play with a guy of that caliber. I mean, he makes plays, and it just looks easy to that guy. So I'm just super lucky. I just saw him going down. I know something would happen if I went to the backside there, and he found me. So awesome, and just super excited to be playing with those guys.
Any other questions for the guys or coach?
Adam, we've talked earlier this year and again now about how great it is to play with those line mates, not only Pitt, but Groller as well. Do you guys feel really comfortable now, like you can finish each other's sentences and all that?
Yeah, I don't know if we're there yet. We're going to be there, but no, Groller, he's all heart. I mean, you can just see that's why he's our captain, right? He plays with his heart. He just loves it. He's all emotion, and sometimes I get a little crazy, but I try to be just a 200-foot guy, and those two can go make their plays. And I'm just, again, super lucky to be able to play with those two.
Goal you scored tonight, it looked like there was a little extra emotion in that one. Did it mean something to go up 2-0?
Yeah, honestly, I felt like I kind of let the team down a little bit the weekend before. We know we weren't good as a line. We talked a little bit. There was a lot of emotion going into that, and just to be able to help out the guys and score that one felt unbelievable. Kind of weight lifted off my shoulders, and it felt really good.
Alex, we talked earlier as well about goaltending, but tonight it was a physical battle for you. I saw you lose your stick a few times and get run over a couple of times. Was that goaltending at its finest?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, but that's, not unexpected, especially in a game like this where you got two teams who seasons are on the line, and so definitely didn't come as a surprise, and it honestly makes it more fun, kind of getting bumped around a little bit, makes you play with a little bit of an edge. And yeah, it was just a blast playing with these guys in front of the crowd that we had, and the emotion and passion that this community has for our team, and their support doesn't go unnoticed. And it was just a very, very special night. So very grateful.
Coach, we talked about building blocks, and now this one is a 4-0 shutout victory. Is this a pinnacle yet, or can you still climb to the mountain?
Oh, I think there's still better hockey coming. I think the guys have done a really good job. They come after it day by day. It's that time of year, as a coach, you're trying to just cheerlead, make sure they're in the best mind space that they can get into, kind of get out of their way with some new information, but make sure they're ready. And these guys got each other's backs, and we couldn't use the word love enough, and they love coming to the rink every single day. We talked about time being a thief, and if we get another moment with each other, it counts. And I just think there's more to come.
What do you guys expect from St. Thomas? I happened to see that one before I got here today, so I have a little feel for what they're playing like, but what's the game plan against them?
Well, they've been on fire. I mean, if you sleep at the wheel, they've got the offensive opportunity to turn things into their favor quick. It'll be a good game. I mean, the games we've played against them have been close and tight, and there's been some battle scars along the way. You got to take care of that top group that seems to be a thorn in everyone's side and be on the score sheet, and got to get to the net side. Has been on fire. It's pretty neat to see like the maturation of a kid like he was on my team years ago in junior hockey, and just to see where he's got to is good for him.